swear I'm just gonna put makeup. Hey, uh, YouTube Live. I swear I'm gonna start wearing my makeup. I promise you I will. It's just like hella late at night. I'm having some pretty severe anxiety. Um, I don't know what I really wanted to talk about. I just wanted to get on here and just wanted to get on here and you know, I guess I just wanted to talk about myself a little bit. I was kind of looking through my phone and just kind of seeing what's in my Google Photos has like really good, they like back all your stuff up on Google Photos or whatever. So that's cool. And I don't know, I'm just like realizing things about myself. Um I guess I think I'm gonna make a couple of these. Really, I think I'm gonna make a couple of these. Um, I've been through like some pretty traumatic experiences in my life, and recently, like dealing with like human trafficking, which I didn't have as bad an experience being human trafficked as I think some people would. It wasn't like sex trafficking. And I was talking to this lady, and she was like, "Oh no, that doesn't count as human trafficking." I was like, "Excuse me, ma'am. I was taken somewhere against my will. I was held against my will, and you know, like that's human trafficking. Like it was really traumatic after I got in a car accident. So I'm really shaken. Like I've always I don't I what is that thing? Oh, I have this thing. It's really disturbing. It's like really freaking disturbing. But I wrote in my journal. I've got a little Zelda journal. So I love Zelda. I love Zelda. I never can play Zelda because I'm not good at it. Even when I was a kid, I wasn't good at the original Zelda. But I love Zelda. My mom won't get me a new Xbox Wii U so that I can play Zelda. I lost everything I own. Ooh, I got some stuff in here. Ooh, collage work. Yay. I'm gonna do some collages tomorrow. Yay. Isn't she beautiful? Got the collage. Collage. See, it's more Zelda. 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 I love the Zelda. Zelda is the princess. Link is the little elf man. The little blonde-headed elf man. He's got the blonde head and the elfis. He's the elf man. Let's see. Is it in here? It's in the front. SDP. Super damaged people. Super damaged people. I consider myself a very damaged person. I hate to use that terminology because I'm not really much one for being a victim. I'm not really like, oh, I'm a victim. No, that word doesn't describe me. I don't make a good victim. I haven't put a lot in this notebook. I don't know what I'm going to put in here. I got it for Christmas. My mom got it for me for Christmas. When I was, a big one. Yay, a big one. When I was traveling around. Yay. Good. When I was traveling around. Any of my girls got pierced ears? Oh, hey, Justin. Hi, Justin. It's a little late for you to be texting me, buddy. Hitting me up off the late night. You ain't creeping, is you? This is my little action figure movie theater. I've got the Final Fantasies. These are all bootleg. See, he's broke. He broke. He brucky. And this is Duel Masters. This little sloth. Poo. I'm watching the game Houston Rockets, and I don't like Minnesota anymore. Down with Minnesota. Actually, Minnesota did good. They were balling. They're fighting. They're scrapping. They seem unhappy though. It seems like all the basketball players are unhappy. They always seem like unhappy, but they had some pretty good turnovers. Minnesota, it seems like they don't have good inside skills. He keep missing his layups. He got good free throws. They got good free throws, but his layups, dude in the green shoes right there. But Houston must be a good team because Houston they own it. Rebound, turnover. Yeah, Minnesota has really good turnovers. They have really good turnovers. They balling. Timberwolves. See, they bad on the inside. They keep missing their layups and stuff. I don't know what you call that. The little blue thing with the circles on it near the basket or whatever. But yeah. I was talking about human trafficking, but before I get there, I don't know how to. I get so uncomfortable with this issue, this subject, you know. But I know gender identity is like a big thing in like the culture and population, just like LGBT and things of that nature. So I guess in some ways like identify as like gender fluid, like it's not. I get uncomfortable talking about it because I'm like, like my family, they're not really very supportive of things like that. I like drag queens. I love drag queens. I love drag queens, and transgender identity is very important. The T girls and stuff like transgender women, and yes, men too, men, transgender men. You know, when I was in high school, when I was younger, I had a friend and she is. I know. Oh, that's good camera. I know I should stop using this word, but I always use the word dyke. I'm like, oh, I'm a dyke, because like it means like masculine, lesbian. The proper term is a dom or a stud. Yeah, they always miss their layups. They miss their layups, so I can't depend on Mr. Minnesota. No, he's a jerk. Good personality. I don't know where I'll meet somebody nice. That's why I'm making these Facebook posts to YouTube, because I want a date. I want a really cute boyfriend. I want a special someone in my life who will hug me and kiss me. I'm not like incredibly sexually preoccupied, to be completely honest. I don't always identify as like a top or a bottom. I mean, whatever. Even I'm not even gonna get like Little Kim on this. No, like I'm a good boy. I'm a good girl and I know it. I'll act so different around you. I think a lot of people are like a little bit too sexually preoccupied, and I don't find that to be a turn on. I'm like, you know, because I used to hook up, not a lot, I didn't hook up a lot, but I was like hooking up pretty bad. Like gay men, they can be a bit promiscuous, with the chat apps, with your jacked and your other things, which I dare not speak its name, the hookup sites. I had a really pretty bad struggle with those, but the whole time I was looking for like a boyfriend or to be in a relationship, and I was pretty serious about it, about being in a relationship. I've never been in a relationship as an LGBT man, as a grown man, you know. The last like, because I try to I struggle with defining exactly what they did their free throws. Minnesota is their free throws. They just not good on the inside. They I mean um I struggle with trying to define what constitutes like, a relationship, in terms of, like dating. Is it always strictly based on, yeah, they made their layups. Houston Rockets make their layups. They got good inside. But Minnesota's doing good. They need a little more defense. Missed the free throw. Yeah, he made his layup. He made his layup. Made his layup. But anyway, um, um, what constitutes like, is it always like a committed, oh, you're my boyfriend, I'm your girlfriend, you're my girlfriend, I'm your boyfriend? I mean, I think that's kind of like elementary school ish to like define a relationship by those terms, but that's a committed, I guess monogamous relationship. Monogamous in today's society, monogamous relationship is what that would be considered. I have not had one of those since high school. And this is why I feel as though I have a pansexual, bisexual identity as far as sexuality goes, because I'm not horribly interested in being sexually intimate with a woman. Well, I'm not like going to completely rule it out. Yeah, layup, good layup. I'm not going to completely rule it out. You know, um, I'm like, whatever. I actually would like to know what a vagina feels like. I like I like, got girls naked or whatever. But I wasn't physically attracted to the vagina. I wasn't like, I think it's a beautiful flower. Like, it's a wonderful thing. It's must be hard work and cool to have a vagina. Like, Jesus, whatever. But, you know, but I just couldn't figure it out. I was like, am I doing it right? What you want, girl? But I like kissing girls. I didn't have no problem with kissing girls. I like boobs. Like, that's whatever. And then if I have feelings for a female, I have feelings for a female. Like, I love a girl. I like a girl. Like, oh, I love you. Like, you're crazy. Like, I'm like crazy about girls. But I'm like, so does the fact that I don't want to be sexually intimate with this girl that I have, deep feelings for, does that totally null and void everything I feel for her, and that invalidates our relationship as far as there needs to be spoken commitment and sexual intercourse in order to make this relationship somehow more, um, you know, worth something, or like, for who, so I'm pretty satisfied with the way that I deal with females. I actually consider myself pretty cool in that respect. It's in fact that's what I'm looking for in a guy too. That he likes girls. Maybe it's had. I like when men have had sex with a woman and they know they're like, not my cup of tea. Yeah, it's cool. Apples and oranges, whatever. Or at least you have an idea of what's going on. With your sexualities, your sexuality. But I think sexuality is like too. I like to think of like intimacy. There's a term that's, I guess, the LGBT community doesn't recognize per se, and I happen to feel that it describes me very well, which is same gender loving. Same gender loving, because what I do in my bedroom, really isn't anyone's business. If you like, that's why I like Amber Rose. She talks about no slut shaming, and I didn't understand at first. But a friend of mine, he was like, "No, no, that's so important." Because what you're essentially attempting to do is to qualify a female or a gay guy, by their sex life, which in most cases is none of your business. On one hand, and then on a completely different hand, it's like, you know what work do they do? What else is there important about this person besides who you imagine them sleeping with, and what they do in the privacy of their own sex life? It's not really your business unless you're invited, and even then, please be respectful. I do believe a woman can wear whatever she wants. She has a right to choose, and I'm torn. I think because even for me, I'm a gay guy, and I'm like, I can be like the gayest gay guy you've ever seen, fashionably. Like, baby, when I tell you, I can go to the club looking like RuPaul's Christmas tree, and I'll be like, "Ooh, good morning, how y'all is?" And I think that's fabulous. That's wonderful. But walking down certain streets in that same attire would probably attract some negative attention. So I tend to shy away from that. Most days I dress pretty down, and I think that's somewhat in the closet, but I mean, I've always seen myself as someone who attracts unnecessary negative attention, like spiritually and like in my whole aura, whatever. I'm like, bullshit. That's, here it comes over my way. What's your name again? Again, why are you messing with me? Thanks. My dad's done enough. Good day. So, But that's just, I have bad luck. I have like really good luck and really bad luck. So I try to just like don't attract excessive attention to myself, and be around genuine people, which is difficult these days. But even then, oh Jesus, this show is getting worse. Niecy, Niecy Nash and his claws. This show is intense. It's good. It was intense. Girl, you was cutting up. Oh, I don't want to watch it this season. It's a little too heavy for me just now. But anyway, yeah. So I try to attract like unnecessary attention, and sometimes I think it's a hassle. Like having to think, oh well, I want to be Rastafarian today, so I don't want to make the Rastafarians mad, so I'm not gonna wear pink. Or oh, somebody's gonna bother me for this or that. I'm like, that's tiring. Like, ill. Gross. That's why I'm like, oh yeah, Amber Rose, go Amber. Amber Rose, bad bitch central. Shit, bald headed, bow legged, big bodied and beautiful. Amber Rose, work, Cause no slut shaming is very important. Like, I'm not your bitch. Don't lay your shit on me. If you ever don't cat call me, don't touch my butt. Don't say nothing unnecessary to me. Don't waste my time. I'm just trying to make my way. It's serious. Now, if you at the club, then we can play. But no, like, there's no right for you to brutalize anyone for any reason of how they dress, with sexual aggression or any of that foolishness. It's like, Jesus, it's an epidemic. And I don't like it. But I don't know, it's just how guys are. Like, the dong makes you dumb. Like, dudes are weird. They're crazy. So, you know, yeah. So, I kind of, I don't know, I, I have a lot of thoughts about this subject. It's such a broad thing, but I'm trying to focus on what it is that I'm currently dealing with in my situation, which is, like isolation and loneliness, both being like, I just can't refer to myself as like transgender because I don't think that fits me. I like gender and, pants. I'm not comfortable with that stuff. Like, it's really funny. I'm the biggest gay guy, but even as a gay guy, I'm like, I wasn't comfortable with everything in the gay community because I'm just a regular, like, small town guy from the suburbs. You know what I mean? Like, I happen to be open minded. I'm a bit of a pothead, but I can't do like gluten free everything. I'm like gluten free, gluten free. Because technically I have autism, so I'm supposed to be doing the gluten free thing, supposed to help me think better. But that's too, like, that's fancy. That's some Whole Foods yoga shit. I don't know how to do that. And that's okay for me, because I'm enlightened enough on this or that, or I don't really meditate. I would like to meditate. That's why, like, I have a crush on this guy, and he's like a complete loser. Like, he's got the worst personality ever. I'm like, oh Jesus, you're a creep. But I really, really like him or whatever. But I'm just like, I can't do creepy mixed race guys anymore. Like, you guys stop being creepy. Oh, but so like that's my problem, is like I'm too fixated on something that hasn't been working for me, and it's not giving me the little bit of essential thing that I need. And right now what I need is security, and a little bit, oh damn, they got really good free throws in Minnesota, this guy with the green shoes. But security for me is, just having somebody to talk to. I've learned to not over mystify love and romance and dating. It's like, it's just a person that you meet and you spend time with and you prioritize. I never see myself as a priority, with a guy that I'm interested in. And I found that in the past, guys, men, they look at me and treat me oddly. Like, I am like sick to my stomach about the race of men. I'm like, you guys are shit. Like, niggas ain't shit. And I don't say that lightly. I know that's a terrible thing to say, but I've had a really positive and extremely negative experience. I'm sure we all have. But for me, it's been really hard because I try to, oh, Lynchburg, that's terrible. It's a terrible word. Lynchburg. No, sir. Ugh, oh, no, no, no. Jesus. Anyway, um, Oh Jesus. Let's see. Y'all need to smoke some weed in Lynchburg. Just get a bong, some beer. Oops, excuse me. No disrespect. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh Jesus, I was totally rambling. Oh, like I try not to demystify, relationships and things like that. But it's just a person. Like even if I had a boyfriend, Chris Humphreys, say hi, Chris Humphreys. Say hi, Chris Humphreys. There goes my pillow. I call my pillow Chris Humphreys. Hi, Chris Humphreys. It's your big head self and your pretty feet. Hi, Chris Humphreys. Chris Humphreys is too much man for me. That's a tall drink of water. I can't climb that mountain. But Chris Humphreys, hey boo, no, not Michael B. Jordan, no, not Reggie Bush, Milan Christopher. But I love Chris Humphreys. I feel bad for having a crush on Chris Humphreys. Anyway, but I don't like. I don't. Oh Jesus, I don't over mystify. I don't over mystify it. So what I understand is, the right situation will come along at some point. I'm just always so impatient because I guess I just feel girly. Like I picture myself as being like really petite. I am by no means like helpless. Like I'm like fucking Riot Girl. Like I keep blunt. This is like my sauce. I keep a cricket bat and fucking I sleep with a stick. I always sleep with a stick. And I got all of my riot gear. She watching that Walking Dead, honey. I be like, oh girl, you got yours. I got mine too. Bitch, I keep my mace. Um, I got me a blowtorch. Okay, and it's a sock with a rock. Like, oh no, girl. Don't walk up on me. I come in the club shaking my dreads, honey. I was at the Paradox cutting up. Okay. Lil John, Lil Scrappy, Waka Flocka, we was all up in there, motherfucker. She turned all the way up, all to be damned. Okay. So I'm from the suburbs, but I throw the bows. Shit, okay. Don't walk up on me, player. Okay. Shit, and if you get hit, that means you were standing too close. Oh, hell no. Now, girl, back up. You know? But I wouldn't hurt a fly. I'm not a very violent person. In fact, that's the problem with this nation. I think is like the like obsession with like violence and brutality. I'm like, why? Like, ew. Play video games, smoke weed, play basketball, have oral sex. Do something with yourselves. Do something with yourselves. 69 and marijuana. It's good for the soul. Shit. You still having a bad day after 69 and marijuana? You need Jesus. Only Jesus can help you. All kinds of Jesus. Black Jesus, white Jesus, Jesus. And the Mexican Jesus and the Jesus. You need Jesus. Jesus is cool. I'm not a huge Christian, to be honest. Um, I used to be into Christianity. I like read a lot of the Bible or whatever, but it didn't really move my soul. I like the words of Jesus. Jesus is cool. Jesus is my homeboy. But I'm not like super Christian or nothing, you know. That's why I like this dude. He was like, "Oh, I like Jesus." He got green eyes. He was working at a car place, and he said he liked Jesus. I was like, "Well, damn, you got green eyes. You know how to fix a car, and you love Jesus." Well, that's the recipe for a good man. That's the recipe for a good man. And he was like, he didn't say nothing because he don't never talk. He just text messaged me. So, I call them texties. Everybody out there, get your texties. I got a lot of texties. So I'm a bad bitch. My phone always blinging like my little texties. So, so I don't, I've learned, like, don't be hung up on somebody that you have feelings for. Don't do that, especially if that person, like, don't never settle for the bare minimum. Don't do it, ladies. Girl, fuck boy free is the way to be. If you cute, got your little booty or whatever, and you be dressing cute, whoa, there you go. Minnesota just scored again. Minnesota 96. I didn't know how this game ended, but they came back. It was like 90-60. Now it's 114 Houston, Minnesota 96. So they came back good. I like Minnesota. I just ain't never gonna go there again. I can't go there no more. They're not really faithful, supportive people. I find Minnesota they good people, but I'm not a Midwesterner. My dad's from the Midwest. I couldn't make it work for me. It was like living in a third world country. I was like, oh girl, no Popeyes and no H&M. Shit, I'm going home. But I stayed there for like 6 years. You know, I stayed there for 6 years off of Lake Superior. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. And then when we get to it got spooky. Like they was cutting up, and I don't got time for no Tim Burton or no crazy shit like that. Yeah, they always miss their layups though. That's okay. I'm gonna watch the Minnesota Timberwolves. They changed their logo. They used to have a better logo than that. They changed the logo because my friend of my mother's, this Jamaican lady gave me a Minnesota Timberwolves shirt, and my dumb ass, I didn't know it was. I knew it was basketball, but I just like it because because of the design on them. That's a good mascot. I like this design, so I wore it. But I wasn't a fan of the team. I just started watching basketball because I figure, like if I'm, because I think that's how I could describe myself as like being gender fluid, is if you see I talk like a girl a little bit, I just do it. I don't really mean to. I just kind of had to, just kind of live my truth or whatever because I'm just me, and if you don't like me, that's fine. You don't like me. But I like me, and I like me because me makes me happy. Me is a beautiful thing. And if you don't like me as I am, then you don't like me. I like you just the way you are. I'm not trying to change you. I don't want to never date nobody that I have even 1 ounce of wanting to change them. I want to see you do the same thing you're doing now. Consistency is so very important. Obviously, at some point in your existence, you're gonna grow. Minnesota's really good with turnovers though. Damn, oh, another turnover. Damn, this game good. You know, but I don't want to change somebody. If I don't like the way you dress or you get your eyebrows done or your nails done, I'm not gonna change that. If you're a gym bunny, I can't change that. I don't want to. You know. You know what I mean? Like Flashman Wade. I'm like, oh Jesus, this man is gorgeous, man of my dreams. But I don't like the way he do his thing. I'll be like, nope, I couldn't mess with you. I couldn't date you because you got to change for me. If anybody ever asked me some shit like that, I'd be like, excuse me, deuces. Because I've come to really love myself just the way I am. And I don't have to be alone. I'm just picky as hell, like most gay guys. I'm just not as dismissive, I find, as some of the other pretty boys, out there serving or whatever. L. And I try not to be a hater or I don't think I'm a very jealous person, me personally. But I do feel as though I compare myself a lot to other people and I never really measure up, especially being somebody who has special needs, I consider myself somewhat needy, I don't like that word, because I can't be but so needy of other people because I always do everything by myself. But I would love support, I want support. I think building community is so important. And being as somebody who has high functioning autism. Damn, Minnesota again with the turnover. They got good basic stuff. Come on. Oh, he made his layup. Yay. Who's the score now? 96, 90. Oh, 2 points. 2 points. 2 points. Um, it has like some level of gender fluidity and special needs. Like that is fucking difficult. That's so hard. I hate it. I hate it. I hate my life. I'm like, oh, my life sucks. Fucking sucks. But I try to be like, blessed and I don't want to be like a doom and gloom person. Life is pretty beautiful. Oh, they made their layup again. Go Minnesota. This is good. 100 Minnesota. Yeah, they came back. Minnesota. Oh, the game's over though. 50 seconds on the clock. Still 15 points. 15 point. They made it to the hundreds. They were at 60. They came from behind. All right, Minnesota. No. Move along. This is a good game. You move along. Move on with your life. All right. Don't ever waste your time for someone who puts in the bare minimum. Don't set your heart on that. You'll break your heart. And a broken heart, these days it's unnecessary. Don't be that way. I'm looking for a good friend in my life and they'll come along. They will come along. They'll watch this video and they be like, bitch, you fierce. What's good? I'll be like, hi, hey. So yeah, I'm rambling by now, but I think I conveyed a lot of what I was trying to get out. You know, gender fluidity, um, human trafficking being a terrible thing. I think it's going to be a trend. Also, like people missing people. I've had some missing people situations recently, and they're getting increasingly more disturbing. I have this friend. His name's Lloyd, and Lloyd is a biracial guy. He's like the first biracial guy I've ever actually. I've never met Lloyd. I met Lloyd online, so we never met in person. But I would I would talk to him all the time, and not all the time. I met him in 2013. I met Lloyd. I'm getting sad just thinking about it. It's just really like fucking me up, and I'm like really paranoid of like, white men and fucking True Blood and all this. I'm like, no, no, no. You guys are barbarians. Like all this murder and fucking random mass shootings at Mandalay Bay. Like this is white male patriarchy, brutality, extreme violence, but it's pointless. And then I was, watching some movie, Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. Yeah, have you seen this movie with the vampire hunter Abraham Lincoln? I'm like, Abraham Lincoln and vampires? What do you mean Abraham Lincoln? That's like historical fiction or something, you know? But my friend Lloyd, it was really scary. I was in the UK. I didn't really have a good time in the UK, and one of the main reasons why I came back is just all the stabbings. Like people were getting stabbed the fuck up. Even at some point, I was in this neighborhood like outside of Heathrow. It's a beautiful neighborhood. A lot of Somalians and like it was just a beautiful little community. And like just like overnight, like the next day, we like everybody was like, no, no, stay in your house, go home, like don't come outside. There was a shooting at Knightsbridge, like a mass shooting at Knightsbridge, and everybody was like running around. They like locked the place down. I was like, oh fuck this, this is too much. Like the UK went nuts while I was there. And then at the beginning of the new year in January, there were like hella stabbings. It was like 8 stabbings before like January 15th or something. Like in the first like 10 days of the UK, they were like stabbings. I was like, oh no. Like I would stay in the house. I was like, no, this is crazy. And I was trying to connect with a friend of mine. And, well, he's not my friend. Some guy I met on Jacked. It's really like once again like biracial guys. I am done with you. Like I kind of like walked down the trail and I was like, oh shit, hell no. Okay, if your mama Japanese, you fancy, holla at me. But you little panda bears running around here, oh no, sweetie, I can't with y'all no more. Y'all are some cuckoo birds, girl. Because like I said, I like Chris Humphries, and he's Chris Humphries is funny mixed race. That's what my grandfather is. My grandfather's funny mixed race. So I have like a place in my heart for mixed race people or whatever. But like I said, I've never really my mom's like funny mixed race. It's like technically I don't consider myself mixed race, but like I'm not like African. I look a little Ethiopian or something, a little swirly or whatever. Everybody a little swirly these days. Anyway, but what was I saying? Right, I was in the UK. I was in the UK, and it was just crazy. It was just like I was like, oh, this is not the way it used to be. No disrespect. I was like, no, I wouldn't go back to London again. In fact, I'm not a huge fan of big cities anymore because DC is pretty crazy these days too. Like they're just cutting up. But I was really trying to get out of the UK. I was just like, it just didn't feel comfortable. And my mom was cussing me out on the phone, and she cussed me out on Christmas. She cussed me out on Thanksgiving. Like she was just having a fit. Like my mom's been extremely abusive. She's been the worst that she's been in my whole life. Like starting with like stealing money out of my account. She's actually like stolen money from out of my bank account, and I received financial assistance and was on Section 8 and still work, like 4 days a week, and be broke, on minimum wage. So I ain't really got the coins for, shenanigans. But, so, this video's getting long. I'm just gonna keep going. I mean, shit, it's a vlog. If you're tuning in, stay tuned. I'm gonna cut it off in like 20 minutes, 10 minutes, but I'm getting my shit out. Spilling tea, girl. Spilling tea, honey. Ow. You know? But you know, so yeah, the UK was like pretty difficult, you know, and that's the last time I talked to my friend from Minnesota. You know, I won't talk bad about him. I really care about this guy. Like, it's not like a heartbreak. It's just, you know, he doesn't have a lot of substance. You know, I require a good bit of substance, not just a pretty face. He's like really, really pretty guy. So, you know, pretty guys, fuck you, nigga. You think you're cute, but yeah. So you know, I'm trying not to be so. I'm not boy crazy. I'm definitely not boy crazy. I'm like, no, no, no. I like Chris Humphries. I don't like Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin is sexy. You know, he's a nice looking man. I like Chris Humphries for whatever reason. That's my boo thing. I don't think Drake is attractive. No, I said it. I don't think Drake is that attractive. He's got a wonderful smile. That's my nigga. He's talented, but I'm not attracted to Drake. You know, I like Michael B. Jordan. If I would date Drake or Michael B. Jordan, I'd probably date Michael B. Jordan because he's a cutie. You know, but Drake, I just love Drake. You know, because I have a soft spot in my heart for those type of people. You know, they mix race like that or whatever. I think it's cute when a black guy got a white mom. You know, they just be funny people in my opinion. I shouldn't say that. That's rude. But I've been told the same thing. You know, like I said, my mom's crazy, so whatever. And you know, so you know, I was talking to my friend Lloyd, you know, when I was in the UK, you know, and he's really sweet. Lloyd's a really sweet guy. Like, I have pictures of him, you know, but I don't know. He when I met him, he like tried to talk to me randomly on Facebook, and I don't really like that, you know, especially back in the day, like when I was like in 2013, I was like, I wasn't really bitchy per se, but I'm kind of like I can be very moody. I'm a very sweet person, you know, and I do that on purpose, you know, because I don't like being like a moody gay guy, like, oh, I'm so over this, whatever. You know, I'm like, no, that's not me. But I do have that mentality. I was like, oh, no, motherfucker, you tripping. Excuse me? No, 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 sir, you know? But, I'm like, that's you have to have patience for people, you know, because that's what I feel like I don't receive is I've never had someone be a patient man with me. Like, I'm looking for a man who is patient and nurturing, you know. Like, no, you can't find that. They don't manufacture that, especially not in like, you know, caramel skin cutie. Like, that's not those two don't go together, you know. Like, you know, I'm such like my biggest girly thing, and I get so embarrassed, is even more so than bottoming. You know, I want to lay on a guy's chest, you know, very comfortably, like a lot. Like, I want to be some guy's girlfriend. You know, I hate saying it. It sucks. It's terrible. There, I said it, you know. Like, you know, like I want to be like Jada Pinkett, you know, like some little sassy thing, you know, I'm going to hook you up, hold you down, take care of you, whatever, make sure you're right, you know, cook you a meal, not even no freaky shit, you know, just I'm a sassy little thing from the DMV. Like, that's what I am. But then at the same time, I'm still a dude, you know, I kind of maintain my dudeness, you know. But I don't know, you know, that's me or whatever. You know, so you know, I didn't like that he hit me up on Facebook. You know, I was like, well, I don't know you, because most people on my Facebook I know. Like, I try to keep my social media. I don't really like random people. Even me now, I'm like, oh, being on YouTube, I'm not sure I'm digging YouTube because of the internet trolls. You know, and people who you know, like you can't really trust people these days with you know, like even gay guys. I've had the displeasure. I hate to come for y'all like that, but gay guys can be messy, you know, for like slim to none. I'd be like, oh, bitch, you getting it popping? Like, what's good, you know? But it don't be nothing, you know. I'm like a sweetheart, you know. I'm like to go into the gay community or a gay club, and it's all kinds of wild shit and shade and all kinds of, you know, you gotta watch your back. Well, I come from a homophobic home, you know. My father's called me a dick sucking faggot before, so when I go to a gay club, I'm trying to literally let my hair down in my little pink T-shirt and get my little sachet on. You know, dance, drink some beer, have fun. I don't even really go out to meet nobody too tough. You know, I'm like, if I get a phone number, we like once again text you, we just text messaging. I ain't trying to hook up all. You know, I'm just out to have fun. You know, but the environment, I don't even really go to gay clubs like that no more. I really don't have the desire because it'd be so crazy. You know, like, bitch, like y'all doing the most. And if it's not fun, then it's not fun. You know, if it's too much, it's too much. And I just want to have fun. You know, like girls just want to have fun. But yeah, Lloyd. He hit me up on Facebook, but I don't know. He asked me for my phone number, and I was like, okay. Well, I gave it to him, and Lloyd would like call me on the phone. And I love Lloyd because that's exactly what I'm looking for now. Like a guy like Lloyd, and he would just sit on the phone with me all goddamn day long, and he wouldn't be talking about nothing. You know, in fact, I would sit on the phone with him because at that point I was like, you know, I was thought back in the day. I was like, oh no, I'm going to H&M. I gotta go to the club. I gotta go to U Street. I'm walking around. I got some new shoes. I gotta go look cute in my new shoes. I'm going to get some Popeyes. You know, like I just be, you know, dotting around. It was fun. You know, I was just, you know, just having fun with my life. But I was kind of like on the go, you know, working and doing my little retail thing, wearing my little fashion, you know, hanging out with the cute girls, you know. I was in a black men's group, black men's self-esteem group, and that was really positive, like kind of Afrocentric or whatever. And you know, go into some spiritual stuff. Like DC has or had a really great culture of like, you know, like it's like Brooklyn, I would imagine. So I've been to Brooklyn for about a week, but I didn't get the Brooklyn experience, you know, which I would love to, wish I could have, would like to. Mm, mm, damn. Well, you know, it's good, you know, but I was just doing my thing or whatever, you know, living my life. So I didn't really want to sit in the house on the telephone with like, you know, some random dude. And he lives, I live in DC, but Lloyd lives, I think he lived in like Dundalk or something. Like Dundalk is like out past beyond Baltimore. Like in Baltimore, where I went to school in Townsend, and you know, that's where I used to hang out at the Paradox. You know, the legendary Roughneck Baltimore Paradox. It's like one of the roughest clubs, you know, but it was like a crunk club, you know, but it would get popping. And they have a lot of legendary Vogers, Ricky Allure. There's a lady, Mother Monique. I think she's a Revlon or Ebony. Khadijah, Mother Khadijah. Lil James Con, you know, like a lot of the people on ballroom throwbacks that you'll see, they would be in the Paradox, you know, they'd be at that club. But it was real rough, like it was like a real crunk club, like a roughneck crunk club, like some not a hustle and flow or ATL or some shit. Like it was crazy, you know. And I'm from the suburbs, so I was like, you know, but they was like, come on up in here, you know, don't wait, watch yourself, watch it, get loose, little man, go off, you know. And I go the fuck off, you know. So you know, so I'm familiar with that area of Baltimore, but Lloyd is from beyond. He's from someplace called Dundalk or something. So that's like in Baltimore it gets kind of like rural. It's like country or something, you know, because it's like Baltimore is north of us. Because if you're going to New York City, when I drove to New York, I drove to New York and I drove to New York City, Buffalo, New York, and then Pittsburgh, and then Minnesota. That's how I got to Minnesota. I went up and then I went over. I went to Pittsburgh and then I went to St. Paul. And from St. Paul, I went to Duluth, you know. So, but New York City is up from us. It's 4 hours north. And then Baltimore is on the way to New York City. So it's north, but they're more southern than us, you know. So, you know, Lloyd is from somewhere in Dundalk. And he always wanted to come over. He was like, "Well, I'll catch a train because you can catch a MARC train to where I live. In fact, it's like right behind my house, where I was living in Bowie, you know, which is where I'm now, you know." But I was like, no, 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 because like you're not gonna. What are you gonna sit up in my room? And Lloyd's like a bigger guy. Like Lloyd's like I don't know. He must be like 6 feet tall or something. He's kind of like big and goofy. You know, he's like you know goofy. He's really goofy guy. But I thought it was cool. He was nice. You know, he wasn't shady. And the funny thing about Lloyd that I thought was so funny, like he's not really like a gay guy. You know, he's like you know out of the closet. You know, actually, it was sad. Lloyd's mom is white and his dad is Jamaican, but I think his dad is Jamaican. I don't know if he had an accent or not, but he was like his dad kind of disowned him because he came out of the closet as a gay guy, you know. And it's funny, Lloyd, you wouldn't look at him and see a gay guy, and he wasn't very like sassy or anything, but he was very comfortable with himself, you know. Like Lloyd's just like he is like a big goofball, and he just be talking, you know, and he's really friendly, but he'd be like, "Oh, bitch, please, I'm fabulous," you know, like, "Oh, girl, please." Mm-mm. And but other than that, he's just like a regular guy, you know, like he's not really like a gay guy, whatever. You know, he's just talk regular, and he'd be like, "Oh, bitch, please, I'm fabulous." Mm. But he'd say that shit a lot, you know, you know. And I was like, and he was really comfortable with people who are like feminine or whatever. I love people. I love guys like that. I think that's so important, you know. Like, you know, when people say something is too gay, I be like, well, it's time for me to go. I'm like, goddamn, this ain't even no good environment. You know, I be ready to bounce quick, you know, because that's not my philosophy on life, you know. You can, once again, it's not even about gay this or straight that. You can express yourself however you want, as long as you're not being nasty, you know, as long as you're not talking crazy or being, you know, rude to somebody or got them feeling some type of way. You know, do what you want to do. Shit, live and let live. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Shit, you can walk around here with a pound and a half of pink ultra weave and a push-up bra, if that's what the hell you want to do. Shit, that's what you want to do. Do what you want to do. Just don't be fucking with me and mine. You know, shit, live and let live. You know. But anyway, so Lloyd, you know, he would talk to me on the phone or whatever. He'd just be walking around his house talking to people and feeding his cat and all kinds of silly stuff, you know. And I don't know, we just talked for I never, like I said, I didn't want him to come over to my house. I was like, you know, Lloyd, you know, like, what you gonna be up in my room, nigga? You big as shit. Like, you know, I guess I could have showed him around DC, so I feel bad. But I said I was very selfish back then. Like, you know, I wouldn't say I was selfish. I was just in my own life. You know, I'm a very giving person as much as I can be. But I was like, no, like, you know, like I didn't. I guess I should have, you know, but I just felt like that would be like, you know, like in my space, you know, because like for as much as I want, you know, a boyfriend or a partner, or I don't even know how you address shit like that. Like, that's dumb. Like, I don't know who has fucking magic karma like that, but my shit don't work that way, you know. But whatever, I don't even know how you approach things like that, you know. With my autistic brain, I can't comprehend, and then interacting with people that I like is always like, what the fuck, you know. So you know, but you know, you know, I like my own space. You know, I have my own, like, I'll just, you know, I don't give a fuck. This is my bed. This is my bed. It's really crazy. I've got Star Wars. This is my little sweetie. She's my only Monster High I still have, you know. And I got this guy here, my comic books, you know. I'm just a weirdo. I'm a big old weirdo, which I'm not weird at all. I just do my own thing. Because if I had kids, you know, and a baby mama, then they'd be sitting here doing the same thing or whatever. You know, what do you do? You know, but it's not a gym selfie. I ain't flexing on the gram like whoa. But but you know, so I like my personal space or whatever. And I really feel bad now that I didn't. I should have invited him, you know, but that was years ago. That was like fucking 6 years ago, you know. So fast forward, um, I delete people off my social media, which I shouldn't do, you know. I do that a lot. It's a protective thing for me because I have autism really bad. So when somebody, you know, acts funny or whatever, my mind can't comprehend. I don't block people though. I think blocking is shallow. That's some shallow weird shit. I don't know what's with this new blocking. You know, blocking. I found out blocking is like it's part of a program. You know, it's not a natural occurring thing that people can do to each other. You know, if like you have a telephone, you know, you're like, oh, don't call my number. You know, but like blocking somebody is like it's some kind of way of being like an asshole or a dick, but it's you can use the phone to do it. It's part of the program because the app is a program, so it's programmed into the app that you can block somebody. But I find a lot of people like I believe you should block somebody if they're like a stalker. You know, like you block internet trolls. Like if you come on my page and you talking shit, you gonna get blocked. Like don't say nothing about my skin, about the way I talk. You know, you don't like black people, you don't like gay people. Well, I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to stay away from you, and I'm going to block you. You know, that's a block because you're bothering me. You're harassing me. That's no question. But if I wouldn't understand why to block somebody. I don't know why people. I don't even really know how to. I don't like. I haven't looked it up on my phone. How do you block somebody? You know, I'm not really interested in that. I'll just like I unfriend people. Like I unfriend people all the time. That's neither here nor there because it doesn't, you know, the social media. We're not getting any interaction. It doesn't serve me. I don't know who you are. But I never unfriended Lloyd. I never unfriended Lloyd because I was, in fact, I have a lot of friends like that. Like, you know, black guys I know. I'm like, no, no, you know, there was no dating or, you know, sex or nothing. But you're cool. Like, you're a cool guy, gay, straight, whatever. You're a cool black dude. You can stay on my Facebook. They're still there. You know, that's why they're there. You know, but you know, I didn't unfriend Lloyd. And I forget. I must have just talked to him randomly because I just like people do not like Facebook Messenger, but I use Facebook Messenger all the time. I get some Facebook Live. I've had like 10 Facebook Live people watch before. I don't really know how you get live or how you get internet fans, or I don't know how you. I don't even understand the phenomenon of people tuning into a live or whatever. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, you know, Instagram live. I was like, what the fuck? You know, like, how do you get people to get on your live? But that doesn't really concern me. I like the platform of vlogging, you know, like of leaving, like, this is my video message, you know, so, hey, hey, you, this is me, okay? Let me know you, and you can know me, you know? I've always, like, really enjoyed vlogging or whatever, but, you know, so like Lloyd and I, we would do the Facebook Messenger, you know, where we would like talk on Facebook Messenger, and he would do the same thing. He just want to sit on the phone all day. He's a big loser. You know, I was like, Lloyd, you're such a loser. He's like, no, no, no. And we play with the little filters and shit. This one have filters. I'm not gonna mess with it, but like Facebook Messenger, you can put it's like Snapchat or whatever. You can put little bunny ears and shit. You know, and like the guys, they like to change the filters a lot. Like, no, no, just keep the same fucking filter. What are you doing? Like, they have this weird like skull filter and shit. They've got all kinds of crazy shit on Facebook Messenger. But people don't like that. They don't like that. Like, people like to be shady and like rude and like small minded, and I don't know, like, you know, they don't like to, like, I always send people songs on YouTube, like, this is my favorite song. I've never got a song back. You broke back bitches. Anyway, but you know, so we were talking on the messenger, and I was just like feeling uncomfortable, you know, like I feel better now, but I get really bad anxiety, like, you know, single white female or whatever. And you know, like I said, Lloyd's a big old black dude. You know, he's a big old biracial black dude. So I was like, let me call Lloyd. You know, and I was like, Lloyd, I'm feeling having a little anxiety. Will you keep me company? He's like, of course. You know, and we just sit there. We don't even talk about nothing. He just be talking, you know, walking around and shit. And Lloyd would get a little fresh sometimes. But Lloyd's a little horny. You know, so I was like, you know, we didn't, you know, like do like fucking cyber sex, no. But he'd be like wanting to exchange photos and shit, you know, like Lloyd, no. You're like, come on, let me see the booty. So I'm like, oh, all right, damn it. But I like take a, you know, sexy photo and then delete it out my phone or whatever. Sexy, I'm not sexy. But you know, so we were talking, and then we were talking for like, you know, pretty steadily. I don't know how much I talked to him in the UK. I can look back, but it was pretty regular. Like, it was pretty. I don't even know when we started talking back since 2013, because I really didn't talk to him in Minnesota. You know, I should have, but I was talking to other guys in Minnesota. Or like, said I kind of fell off on the trail of biracial men. I'm like, oh Jesus, no, no, go back the other way. Like, oh, no, no, no. You know, they're nice guys. I would say I shouldn't stereotype people. Like, anyway, but you know, like I didn't do it on purpose. You know, like in Duluth, Minnesota, I talked to a black dude in Duluth. He was really shady though. He was really fucking shady. This black dude, his name was like Dan Rico or something. And he kept trying to get me to come to some party. He was like, "Come to this party," and I was like, "Who gonna be there?" And he was like, "Oh, it's my birthday party or whatever." Dut dut. Oh, we just gonna be at the bowling alley. I was like, "Oh no, nigga, you didn't change the location 2 or 3 times. I ain't fucking with that," you know. And he couldn't even give me no weed or no shit. So I was like, what the fuck, you know? Um, I don't fuck with no shady shit. Like, I'm street smart, at least in that respect. You know, I don't never go off with nobody funny, look funny, or some old wild shit. I'm like, nah, I ain't fucking with that. I'd rather be at home just like I am now, chilling by myself. You know, if I had a boyfriend, he'd just be here. You know, I don't want no dude running around. You know, gotta be here, gotta be there. I want a settled dude. Like, I like lazy guys. Like, you fucking lazy. You went to work, you did what you're supposed to do. You might went to the gym or whatever. Your ass come home. fix a meal, and I fix a meal. You could cook too. I'd rather cook and you walk up behind me and put your arms around me and kiss me on my neck or some shit, you know. And then watch a basketball game, smoke a joint, smoke a blunt, so maybe get it popping a little bit, go to sleep. Shit, that's life, you know. I don't want no guy running all around, popping on the Instagram or whatever, doing too much. But guys, they're not like that. They don't have guys like that these days. Just maybe not somebody I'll be like super into or whatever. But yeah, Lloyd, he so we was talking on the instant messenger on Facebook, and like I told him, I was like, I don't like where I'm staying. Like, I don't think this is a good place for me to be. Like, I don't feel safe, you know. He was like, you know what? I think you should think about if that's the right feeling you have, and if it is, tell me later, and I support what you're saying, because you do seem you were okay before, but you seem a little uneasy. Why don't you pack up your things so that you're like in a good state to move, and then if you want to move, I'll keep you company, and then when you get to your next place where you're gonna go, you let me know. I said, okay, Lloyd, thank you. So we were still talking or whatever. And I did. That's when I went left because my friend, she lived in Gloucester. She was in Gloucester, Cheltenham, somewhere north UK. I was like, no, no, this is too far north. I want to be closer to the city, either like what's the other Brighton. There's Brighton, Brighton. Is it Brighton? Is it Birmingham? Birmingham. Birmingham. I was like Birmingham or London because at least then there's gonna be more like colored people. In fact, the neighborhood I was in was wonderful because there was nothing but Somalians, Ethiopians, and like, the Middle Eastern people in the UK were so nice. They were not terrorists. They were not, no, no, no. They were, no, they were very nice, respectful people. I was like, no, 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 Jesus, oh my God, they're really nice in the UK. Really, really nice people, especially the Middle Easterns. The Middle Easterns, the Somalians, even the Somali guys on the block, they were so nice to me. They weren't like gay bashing me, or they were like, but they were still roughnecks. Like they were like, round the way boys. They call them Mandim. They were like, nah, nah, you good, little man. But get gone. Gone, gone. No, my friend crazy, gone. I was like, yeah. They like, yeah, yeah. So it was cool. That was cool or whatever. You know. But so when I got to Heathrow, because London was like traumatic. I was like, because I didn't have nowhere to stay at first. I lost everything I owned on the street because I didn't want to get stabbed. I was like, this. I was on the street. I was like, no, I'm gonna sit here with my bags and shit and wait for the bus to come in the morning, and so I can go to a hostel or a bed and breakfast or something. Nope. This Jamaican man and this lady, she looked like a black prostitute. She was like, had a big afro and some fucking hooker boots. And somebody else was with them and they was smoking weed. They was smoking some loud ass fucking weed. She was like, nah, man, come away from there. Yeah, it's not safe around here. Now come away. Come with me. Yeah, no, no, don't stay. The lady was like, yeah, come. Don't stay, man. Not safe. And I was like, really? And I didn't even walk close to them because they was looking like bug, nigga. They was like some wild looking motherfuckers. So then I just went to the 24-hour McDonald's and they had all of the seats blocked off so you couldn't even sit up in there. When on the other part of town, on the white side of the neighborhood, you could sit in the 24-hour McDonald's. So I was like, that's weird. I got on the night bus and I just rode around. When I came back in the morning, the UK street team had confiscated my belongings. And the lady told me, she was like, no, no, the street team took your stuff. Nobody stole your things. They were covered up. We didn't even see it there. I saw them take your stuff because I went to where the bus stop was. So, they confiscated all my Monster High dolls, my laptop with all of my music on it, my whole, I had like old PlayStation 2, Xbox 360, the Beauty Shop, Amistad, Tyler Perry movies, The Color Purple. I had like everything I've been saving up and working for the past 10 years. I lost in one night of being in London because I ain't had no place to stay or nothing. I was just bumming around trying to find an artist community. But people be having me looking like a chicken head or a bum bitch. Like these days niggas won't even let you crash on their couch because it's some bullshit. But then want to hit you up for fucking a hookup. Like I'm like, nigga, the fuck you think I'm hooking up with you? Ew. Like I don't even get down like that. So you know, so yeah, so but so then once I got situated, my mom helped me because my mom she didn't she didn't help me find a place to stay because even right because like since I got in a car accident, I haven't had no job, I haven't had no address, I haven't had no car. I've been trying to find a place to live, just talking to random people that I know in my social media or whatever. And it's been a horrifying experience because people are such shitty people these days. And that's when I lost touch with my friend from Minnesota. Like he had abandoned me like 2 months before that, I think, because I was still talking to him when I was in the UK. Like I said, he's really bad communicator. He text message and he always answer back quick. He always texts me back quick, which I like. But he never really had nothing to say. I just send him pictures and he don't do nothing. He just look nice. So I'm like, that's a fantasy. That's a dream. It's a pretty picture, and it hurts my heart. But you can't put something there that's not there. You can't. That's not real. So so I was talking to him, and then he just stopped texting me randomly one day, just totally out of nowhere, and that was in September. Last time I heard from him was in September. It was in September. So then I started talking to Lloyd, like just, but I was already talking to Lloyd, I think a little bit, just telling him I was in the UK and he was interested because he's on my Facebook. Like, I don't know the guy in Minnesota. I just got his number, text message. Like I said, Lloyd, I've known for years. So when my mom helped me get because they have like still in one of these places where it's like they charge you. It's like an apartment, but it's a hotel, so you don't have to do the register for a hotel. You don't have to register for a hotel. It's like an apartment that you rent like a hotel, so it's like stupid expensive and not. But in the UK they were kind of fancy. Like I was in a really nice one. It's called Stay City. Oh my God, Stay City is the fucking bomb. That shit is so, woo, shit. Stay City was the shit. Stay City in Heathrow, oh, it was the shit. Like it was so nice. It was the chicest little efficiency tiny house. Like it was just beautiful. In the neighborhood, I was in love. I wanted to stay there, but I just couldn't make it work for me. And I'm always living a dream. I was waiting for this guy to come and hang out, but niggas ain't shit. Like you can't depend on people for nothing, even to be a little bit cool, or at least in my life. I haven't really attained to that blessing as of yet. So I'll get there eventually, hopefully. You know, all these wrong get shot up in the goddamn Waffle House. All these murders, man. I'm so sick of all this like mindless murder. Like, if y'all got beef, y'all got beef. But like, what is this? Oh Jesus. God damn. Anyway, but mm, anyway, what I was saying is yeah, so I was, so that's like the last time I heard from Lloyd. Like I told you, I was like, he's like, as soon as you, get such situated again, face message me. Actually, no, that's not the last time. Before I lost my iPhone, I lost my iPhone there too. I lost my iPhone in the UK, so I just was like going through hell. It was like hell on wheels. I lost my iPhone, and then but before I lost my iPhone, we had talked one day or one night. I don't know where I was, but I must have been somewhere with free wireless, and we were on the Facebook Live. And he got in the car with some guy, with some black dude. He got in the car with a black dude with dreads, and the black dude was moving funny, like he was like moving his hands or something. And Lloyd put the phone down in his lap like this, and he just had it on for a minute, but he stopped talking to me, and I was like, what the fuck, Lloyd? He's like, no, I just gotta go, I'm gonna go ride with my friend. And I was like, where are y'all going? He's like, well, we're gonna, cause like by this time, I was supposed to be Lloyd's roommate, not dating. Cause I was like, Lloyd, I can't date you. Like I have feelings for somebody. I'm really, really in a weird place. Like I met this guy I really like, and I want to, talk to him. We lost communication or whatever. So I don't know. I'm like, holding on. Part of me still holding on just in case you haven't gone. Like the Adele song. But I'm like, but I get like that. I've done that countless times in my past. If I like somebody, I'm gonna like, are you sure we can't make this work? Are you sure it can't be anything? Kissing, sleepovers, fuck it. Let's just fucking move in together. Why not? Shit, if it don't work, it don't work. Nigga, what the fuck? They can't never do that, you know. But I'm like, I don't want to be promiscuous. I don't want to just hook up, you know, because like Lloyd, he wanted to hook up. I was like, no, Lloyd, I don't want to hook up. You know, that's pressure. If we're roommates, we're gonna be roommates. You know, that's always confusing. You know. You know, but he was like, no, no, you can stay with me, you know, till you get yourself together once you get back to the States. I was like, yeah, as soon as I get my passport, you know, my passport back, as soon as I get my plane ticket, I'm out. Like, I'm coming back to the States. And now I'm back in America, you know? So, you know, but like I said, he got in the car and then I haven't heard from him since. And that was in December. You know, I've actually even hit him up on Facebook Messenger and we never had no falling out. He didn't block me or nothing. His Facebook is weird. Like his Facebook, he does not posting on his Facebook like he used to. Like it's weird or something. I don't know. It's really spooky. It's like really, really spooky. And there's this other guy and he's a DJ. He's a DJ. I never knew him. Like he was always really like kind of rude to me. You know, he's like long dreadlocks or whatever. I think he's really nice looking. But he went to the UK, you know, and I was like, be safe when you go there. Like, it was kind of crazy, you know, and he hasn't come back yet. You know, I was like, be safe. And then he took these weird pictures, and the last picture of him is like in an alleyway, you know, and then he stopped updating his social media, and I'm just like, oh my God, like that is so scary, you know, because all the stabbings out there. And I tried to tell him, you know, but, you know, he's like a party animal, you know, they just like to he wanted to go DJ in London. So I only met him once, you know, and I tried to talk to him because I thought he was attractive. But he's like a Rastafarian or whatever. So I'm like, no, you know, and he's like, you know, a hipster. You know, hipsters, they don't like to talk to regular people. You know, I'm like not hipster enough for the hipsters. So I'm like, well, you know, I'll try to be grassroots, you know, like, you know, if you can't take me like this, then, you know, damn sure no, you ain't ready for all this. You know what I mean? Like, this is my passion. You know, this is what I love to do with myself. You know, that's why I've just been having the worst time of my life because I had like 30 Monster High dolls. You know, I had like hella monsters. That's where I'm like a drag queen. That's like my most feminine thing I do. I don't play with the dolls, obviously, you know. And I know it's weird they're in my bed because I'm like, well, I ain't having no sex, you know. And if I jerk off, I like put them in a bag, you know, like, you know. So I'm like, you know, they're just my little fairies. They just keep me company. There's a lot of people with autism have like object fixation, you know. They're my little friends. I really don't have a lot of friends, you know. I don't have good friends. You know, if you watch this video, it's called My Autism and Me. There's this little English girl, and she says, Tony, my brother, Tony absolutely loves Warhammer. You know, he's absolutely crazy over Warhammer. You know, if you move his Warhammer, Tony's going to flip the entire fuck out. So I don't touch his Warhammer, you know. And he's like, yeah, I'm socially awkward. My name's Tony. I'm socially awkward. All of my friends are little plastic miniatures, you know. Well, me too, you know, because I've got autism real bad. So, you know, I'm going to keep seeing if I can find Lloyd, but, you know, I don't know. He went off missing, you know. Had that happen to a couple of my friends of mine. That's why I worry about my friend in Minnesota, you know, because he's such a weirdo. You know, I'm like, you have to let people. That's when as soon as I came back to America after what happened to Lloyd, I like started, you know, hitting him up on social media, like, hey, do you guys know where this guy is at? You know, like keep look out for him because you know people are getting human trafficked and like fucking disappearing and shit, you know, and they found him or whatever, but he still like he just like throws like the Lord's amount of shade. So I'm like, well, you know what? I helped you as good as I can. You know, good for you. Just like most dudes, you know, what I give to them, they can't return half. You know, so I learned not to expect back from men or even women. You know what I put out. You know, I'm like I'm Erica Badu. Most people are more like Beyonce. I love Beyonce, excuse me, or Trina. You know, most people are Cardi B. You know, so as an Erica Badu, I can't expect to get back what I put out. Not even from like Rastafari and this shit, because I'm a gay guy. You know, I can't expect that. Duh, that makes sense. You know, but that doesn't stop me from being who I am. You know, I'm like my life and my heart and my spirit is a very giving person. I'm a very caring person. I believe in miracles and actually no, I don't. I'm a very wishful person. You know, like I'm like always like, oh, when I was having very intense suicidal feelings, the way I fought them was, and I'm gonna close out here because this is like almost like more than an hour. Like I've just been running it, but I do feel better. You know, like like I said, I'm very female, you know, very very girl, you know. So I was like, I want a man to protect me. And I really wouldn't want him to do anything, would just be here, you know, like big feet, you know, not well endowed. Like Chris Humphries, like, but I love Chris Humphries, you know, like he's the most sweet. I have like 10 pictures of Chris Humphries in my phone, you know, like I just like, you know, big, you know, caramel colored, funny colored eyes. That's it's not a really good type to have. And then where I'm from, the black community frowns upon that. You know, like that's my problem. Is like my type doesn't respond to me in a healthy way, so I have to like not be fixated on a type. You know, that's a name brand, and that name brand doesn't fit well on my body. You know, it doesn't have good service providers. That name brand, but I like it. You know, but I gotta find something that works for me, because what's gonna work for me is what responds to me, you know, what prioritizes me, what cares for me, what values me, you know, what has chemistry. And I'm old enough to know the difference. I'm mature enough to know that this is a person who is not mature. This is a person who doesn't have loving value for you, even as a simple friend. This is a person who has social media games and, you know, a self-centered nature, not somebody who's like, oh my God, you're such an important friend to me. I care about you. I can give you all that I can, even if it's only a little bit, you know, because I don't ask for much. And I don't ever want a stingy, mean, selfish man of any type. I don't care if you're fucking Shamar Moore in a green Speedo with a half chubby wiener. I don't give a fuck, you know. If you're not kind, if you're not giving, if you're not interested in my well-being, if you think I'm too skinny, if any of that, good for you. Shit, nigga, I think so too. I think I am too skinny, but you know what? You're not gonna make me over. You're not gonna change me into something you wanna be. And if you don't like what you see, well, baby, let me tell you. Shit, when I look in the mirror, it's bad bitch central. I love me. I've come to really love myself and understand that if somebody don't that, then you don't like me for me, and I like me. So if you don't like me, then you don't see the vision. You're not trying to pick up on my option, and that's what make me sad. You know, rejection ain't gonna hurt my feelings. No, it's disappointment. You know, because I was hoping, I was thinking, I was wishing, I was wanting this to be something. You know, hey, you know, baby, whatever. Anyway, anyway, my tracks is itching. They pat my weave. But yeah, I feel better now. You know, I got some of that stuff out, and let's see if this video will upload. But let me serve Pretty Boy. Let me serve Pretty Boy real quick so I could let y'all see the bad bitch. See bad bitch, bad bitch shit, nigga. Bad bitch, I'm a winner. You dig? First name Diamond. All I rock is diamond. 32 flavors got these niggas catching feelings. I'm a Puerto Rican gutter chick. Niggas think I'm arrogant. Bitches on my dick and they salute me like the president. When I hit, I never miss. I mean, I never lose. You like that cocky shit? I like me cocky too. Diamonds are forever, whatever. Mad at me cause she can't get that shit together. Get it right. Diamond getting paid. You need some shades. I'm cornbread thick, but I'm trying to watch my figure. Dessert before the dinner, make a nigga skip his dinner. I'm sorry. No N-bombs. Don't drop the N-bomb. I want to send a shout out to my girl, Whoa Vicky. Let's say, hey, Whoa Vicky. Hey, girl. Hey, Miss Vicky. How you doing, girl? I love Whoa Vicky. I talk like Whoa Vicky. Cause I think Whoa Vicky is real authentic. She don't sound like she trying to talk no kind of way other than what she know, you know. She's a real authentic chick, Whoa Vicky. I like Whoa Vicky. I like Whoa Vicky. Whoa Vicky. You know Whoa Vicky. She talk like a black girl. She talk like a country. She just talks southern, you know. I don't think she's doing any more than, you know. I actually support Rachel Dolezal. I think a friend, ally is better than an enemy, so I ain't finna drag her too tough. She's just a little dishonest, you know. But Lord knows, some motherfuckers that be creeping. They be on the DL. Okay? I'm living two different lives. Loving somebody in the day and somebody in the night. It's Mr. Still Your Girl when a rich nigga wants you. I took a broke nigga, bitch. That's dishonest. That's what Rachel Dolezal was doing, being dishonest. I'm living two different lives. Loving you in the day and the night. You really got me tripping. Hold up, baby girl, don't talk to listen. Out, and the way you put it down. You really got me. Yeah, but I'm just gonna keep moving. I'm still talking to my homie's brother, which is weird, cause like he ain't really. I don't know if he even like dudes like that. Like I just had the worst luck, man. I just want some goddamn shit, go to yoga class, meet somebody at yoga, we get along. Shit, we eat some goddamn vegetarian food like Naruto and fucking chill. Why it gotta be all goddamn complicated? In this crazy world, this planet sucks, man. The parameters of this world, all the goddamn violence and freakish sex, shady shit, ratchet bitches, ratchet hoes, bullet holes, and shit. That's not even funny, you know. Black Lives Matter. It's too much. I smoke weed and chill, man. Go to work, come home, smoke weed and chill. It's my philosophy on life. Love is my religion. You can love me for free, baby. You ain't even got to pay me. Just pay me back when you shake it like that. I just want to see you smile. Got a pretty smile. Getting my hairs did. Doing my hair. You see it's looking better now. And the way you put it down, you really got me tripping. Hold up, baby girl, talk to listen. And out. Yeah, I think the next video I'm gonna make, I'm not gonna post for a while, because like I said, I'm really kind of spooked out about image on the internet and people, you know, trolling and shit, trolling Jaden Smith and all that. I don't have time for all that. Y'all can fall back with that on my page, please. Hater free is the way to be. Okay. But I want to do a video about stigmatization. Because having mental health, I receive a lot of stigma. But I want to, you know, do something about stigma of HIV positivity. You know, people that's HIV positive, to not be ashamed of themselves and, you know, take care of your health and be mentally aware of these things, you know, without the stigma, you know, like no slut shaming, no stigma, you know, don't stigmatize me for adjectives, how you want to describe my situation of whatever it is, because I'm okay with what I'm living in my life. I'm not no sob story. I'm not no, I'm a success. You know, I do as good as I can. I'm a survivor, you know, and I'm gonna keep on doing the best I could do, just like Beyonce say, just like Queen Bees will tell you every day. I'm just gonna do what I could do. My hair is looking cute. Yes, come through. Come through, Goku. Still a little dry. Gotta put that conditioner on here. Gotta pull out the heavy artillery. The conditioner. But it nappy shit. Did the nappy good hair. Got that shit nappy. I want to have another. I don't even put it on the back though. Leave the top all natural. I don't want to put too much product. Just want to get my hair some food. My baby be nice and. So I got this little crazy mullet. I got a mohawk mullet. I'm growing a man bun. If I could ever get it long enough, I'll be here. I'll be here a while and ain't going nowhere. I'll be here a while and I won't let you go. But take all my love, take all my love, take all my love and come with me. 'Cause love's not a lie, it's bold and it's, come on now, be a comfort to me, yeah. Is it possible that I could feel this cold, and I could really love you the way I do. You see me flowing like a river to the sea. Come down. Think a little black girl. You know, you gotta put that coconut oil. Make sure your hair is good. You know, take care of what your mama gave you. It's not shedding anymore. It still has some thinning. I have really good treatment for regenerating hair growth. Take my love, take my love. I keep cutting it. This thing was like super long, but I cut it. You see it? It's like a little weird little thing, but it's gonna grow out. Love's it's not as thick as I would like, but I'm gonna have me a little man bun. I look good with a snatchback. Chris Humphries. Chris Humphries. Chris Hopkins. D-Rock Hopkins. Whatever. But love's not a boat in this oh, my hair is looking good. Bitch, I'm serving. Oops, stop cussing. No cussing. Say bitch a lot. Alright. Out of the mirror, Kim Kardashian. See, like, it looks weird. She had a gray hair. Look a mess. So yeah, I want to do some modeling. I think I look really crazy, but I'm not like a model type of person. I'm like, fuck it. I know I look crazy now. I look like Winnie Harlow. This guy's like, oh my god, you look like that model. And I was like, who? And he's like, you know, the one with the spots on her face. She's just beautiful. I was like, really? No way. I was like, I do. I look crazy looking now. Like, I'm cute. I'm a cutie. So, you know, I'm going to be optimistic. I'm going to take life one day at a time. And, yeah, peace, love, and soul grease. Peace, soul, and love. And, yeah, I'm just going to ask people to stop the violence, you know, increase the peace. Enjoy those around you, man. Enjoy the people that you have in your life. Like, spend time and, you know, spend time with your brother and, like, make sure he's okay and know where he's at all the time and you guys fucking wrestle and shit, you know. I wish I could be with my dog right now while mom's being a bitch. I love my dog. I was so in love with my dog. She took him away from me. See if I can get him back. They can have animals here. And, hopefully love will come with me one day. I like love, dating, whatever. But in the meantime, you know, just doing my thing. Yo, 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 yo.